Hello. Today we turn our attention to Namibia, where a controversial decision has been made that could have significant consequences for both the environment and local communities. The Namibian Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism has announced plans to cull 723 wild animals, including 83 elephants, as part of a drought relief program. Among those targeted are 21 elephants from a critically endangered desert-adapted population. Is the culling of endangered wildlife justified when human lives and livelihoods are at stake? To provide some context, Namibia is facing an extreme drought that has left communities struggling for food and resources. The government argues that the cull is necessary to reduce competition for scarce grazing land and water supplies. In addition, the meat from the culled animals will be distributed to local communities, providing immediate relief in a dire situation. However, conservationists are sounding the alarm, warning that this cull could have devastating effects on the already dwindling population of desert-adapted elephants. These elephants, unique to Namibia and one other region in Africa, play a critical role in the ecosystem, helping to maintain the balance of their arid environment. The removal of even a small number of these elephants could push the population to the brink of extinction. Yet, in the face of human suffering, how do we weigh the value of conservation against the immediate needs of people? Critics argue that the Namibian government's decision reflects a broader troubling trend of prioritizing short-term political gains over long-term conservation efforts. Some suggest the call is less about managing wildlife populations and more about supplying bulk quantities of meat in a politically charged environment just before elections. Could this be the case of politics taking precedence over sound conservation practices? On the other hand, there are those who emphasize that in times of crisis, human life and well-being must come first. The government insists that without such drastic measures, human-wildlife conflict will only escalate, further endangering both people and animals. The drought has already taken a severe toll on local communities, and the immediate provision of meat could offer a lifeline. The debate brings us to a fundamental and often uncomfortable question. When resources are scarce, should human needs outweigh the preservation of endangered species? As Namibia moves forward with its plans, many watch closely, grappling with the complex interplay between conservation and human survival. How this balance is struck may set a precedent, not only for Namibia, but for other nations facing similar challenges in an increasingly resource-strapped world. Stay with us as we continue to follow this developing story. I'm Cynthia Nivyoandi, and this is the African News Network. Thank you for joining us.